What would you do if the very parents who raised you with love, sacrifice, and sleepless nights became a burden in your eyes? This is the story of two children who abandoned their parents on the roadside, believing they were free from responsibility. But what they didn't know was that their lives were about to turn upside down. Because hidden in their parents' silence was an inheritance that would change everything. Stay with me till the end, because this is not just a story. It's a mirror that might reflect our own choices. The evening sun was sinking into the horizon, painting the sky in shades of gold and crimson. On the side of a quiet, dusty road, an old couple stood, tired, confused, and betrayed. Their names were Karim and Shahida, simple villagers who had spent their entire lives working tirelessly to raise their two children, Sammy and Aliyah. Years ago, when Sammy and Aliyah were small, Karim worked day and night as a farmer, while Shahida sold handmade cloth to put food on the table. There were nights when Karim ate nothing, just so the children could sleep with full stomachs. There were days when Shahida walked miles barefoot just to buy medicine for her son's fever. They sacrificed everything. Dreams, comfort, even their own health, for the future of their children. And it worked. Sammy grew up, went to the city, and got a job at a big company. Aliyah too studied hard, married into a wealthy family, and settled in the city. But with comfort came distance, and with distance came forgetfulness. Phone calls became rare, visits became excuses, and slowly the bond weakened. Now, standing on the roadside with just a small cloth bag of belongings, Karim and Shahida looked at the car that was speeding away, driven by their very own son, with Aliyah in the passenger seat. "Baba, Ami, you will be fine here. We can't take care of you in the city. Life is too expensive, and we are too busy," Sammy had said, avoiding eye contact. Before Shahida could plead, before Karim could even speak, the door slammed shut, and the car disappeared in a trail of dust. Shahida's eyes filled with tears. "Karim, they left us on the road like strangers." Karim's shoulders trembled, but he held her hand firmly. "Don't cry, Shahida. They are our children. Maybe one day they'll understand." That night, the couple found shelter under an old tree. The world moved on, cars passed by, people stared, but no one stopped. Hungry, cold, and broken-hearted, they leaned on each other, whispering prayers not for themselves, but for their children's happiness. Little did Sammy and Aliyah know the parents they had abandoned carried a secret, a truth that would soon return to them like a storm. Days turned into weeks. Karim and Shahida were eventually found by a kind-hearted schoolteacher, Narration, who gave them food and a small room to stay in. The old couple never spoke ill of their children. They only said, "They are busy, but Allah will guide them back." Meanwhile, in the city, Sammy's life wasn't going as smoothly as he thought. His job became unstable. Debts started piling up, and arguments with his wife grew louder every day. Aliyah, too, faced struggles. Her in-laws treated her poorly, and her marriage was not the fairy tale she had imagined. Both siblings felt something missing in their lives. An emptiness, a guilt they tried to ignore. One day, news arrived. Karim had fallen gravely ill. Shahida, desperate, sent word to her children. At first, they hesitated. But something deep inside pulled them back to their village. When Sammy and Aliyah arrived, they found their father weak, lying on a simple bed, with Shahida holding his hand. His frail voice broke the silence. "My children, I have nothing to give you except prayers. But there is one thing you never knew. All my life, I saved a small piece of land, hidden in your mother's name. Not for us, but for you. It's worth more than you can imagine. That land could give you security, a future, everything you're chasing in the city. But I never told you, because I wanted you to value family first, not wealth." Sammy's eyes filled with tears. Aliyah covered her face with trembling hands. They realized that in their greed for city life, they had thrown away the very people who gave them everything. "Forgive us, Baba, Amma," they cried. Karim smiled weakly. "Forgiveness is easy, my children. But remember, inheritance is not just land or money. It is love, respect, and the values we leave behind. That is the real wealth." The siblings broke down, holding their parents' hands. For the first time in years, They felt the warmth of family. The kind of inheritance no riches could replace. From that day onward, Sammy and Aliyah promised to never leave their parents alone again. They returned to the city with Karim and Shahida, not out of obligation, but out of love. And though life remained challenging, the bond of family became their greatest strength. And so, dear listener, the story reminds us parents don't need luxury. They don't ask for riches. All they ask is to be loved, respected, and not abandoned. Because the true inheritance is not what we receive after they're gone. It's the blessing of having them while they're still with us.